Well, hello everyone. This is your host HKM. This is my first official video review that I'll be doing. Hopefully there will be more to follow, so good luck on that. And I'm just going to see how this goes. For my first game, for review, I thought I'd decide to do it on God of War, Ghost of Sparta on the PSP. Now, yeah, I know this came out a few months ago, so it's a bit old now, but like this is the Platinum version, so I just had the pleasure of playing this. Played it about a few days ago, a week ago. Yeah, took me about took me about 2 hours to 4 hours, 5 to complete it. It's a pretty short game, very short compared to say God of War 3, which was a bit longer and. Well, when I say it was better, there's still no doubt to there. Okay, for starters, the storyline. Now, personally, I'm not really a fan of the God of War franchise. I'm not a big fan of Kratos. I don't like him. You know, I'm not into a guy that just goes mercenarily killing everyone he sees. So, and you know, because like there's no motive behind everything he does. He just does it. But this game though, which is based between God of War 1 and 2, tells his past and storylines and that. Like basically, this game explains how he's got the scar on his eye, the whole tattoo, and you know, for people who played God of War 3, there were little hints to what this game would have, such as Atlantis and his brother and mother. Yeah, remember his brother? Yeah, this was in God of War 1, but they had this whole storyline they were going to use for God of War 2, but they never did, about his brother and that. Well, they've done it for this game, so yeah. The storyline basically involves Kratos having visions of his past life and going to Atlantis and to Sparta and back to Atlantis again to find his brother, Deimos, who's trapped in Death's domain, who's the main anarchist of this game, the god of death, Thanatos. So, in terms of gameplay, the game's pretty much the same as the other ones. I mean, it's the same standard hack and slash and platforming. I mean, if you've played those and you enjoyed that, you're gonna enjoy this. So nothing new really. The only new combat feature they added into this was kind of like a grabbing mode. You run, he rushes them to the ground, and you start wailing on them. So that's like the only new thing they added into the combat system. Weapons themselves are scarce. Well, they're limited. You don't have that many weapons to begin with. You got your basic 2 swords. And you, of course, you get your little magic powers, which range from the Eye of Atlantis, which is like electricity power well, it's like electric shooting out of a shell. This wind thing that he twirls around, and that freezes enemies depending on how quickly you've upgraded it, how much you've upgraded it. And this other power that like sucks enemies towards this ball of energy and just kills them. So that's it. Those are those 3. And as for weapons, you get the swords, and you get the Spartan bow and not bow, the shield and spear. Sorry, yeah. Finally, Kratos gets to use his Spartan weapons. You know, he's a Spartan and he's never used those weapons before. Well, now you get a chance to use those, and you get a chance to go to Sparta, which is the first time as well. It's actually kind of funny, because anyone who's seen the special features for God of War 2, they explain how they wanted to add Atlantis and Sparta to it, but they never got a chance to complete the levels, or they just deleted them. So it's kind of funny that they use those 2 levels that were left over for this game, and you know, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. It's the graphics are actually very good for a PSP game, which is well, you wouldn't believe it to be that good, but it's good for a PSP game. It's really good. The graphics are up there. So yeah, I mean, if you look here, you get a little demonstration. It looks alright. Looks good. Not as graphically advanced as God of War 3, but you know, for a PSP game, it is good. What else could I talk about? The boss battles maybe. I never played Chain of Olympus again, so I can't really compare to. I can't compare how this is to Chain of Olympus, considering this is a PSP game and not as big as the console versions. But from what it's got, you fight a giant sea monster, Silicus, whatever. It's not that bad, it's alright actually, and you get to fight, what's his name, Thanatos' daughter, Alicia. That one was alright, and you fight Deimos, Kratos' brother. Oh, and you fight, well, I don't want to spoil things, but you do fight a troll kind of monster, it's not all that, and you fight the god of death himself at the end. So yeah, I wouldn't say there's a lot of boss battles. I mean, there's a few, but nothing as big or drastic as the other games were. So some people might be disappointed in that department, because overall, this game, the only reason you would play this game is just because you're a fan of God of War, or you like the gameplay, or you want to know what the story's all about. And in this case, like I said, I'm not a big fan of God of War. I never liked Kratos, but this game kind of gives you that kind of backstory to his character, explaining the reasons for why he does what he does. So it kind of clears all that up and makes him less of a cocky, psychopathic asshole that he is, and makes him more, kind of redeems him, if you will. Still doesn't stop him from being a jackass, but in my opinion, I liked it. I thought the story was really well done. Could have been better. They could have developed Kratos' brother more, but I mean, what the hell? You can't ask for any more than what they did. So but like, my only complaint would be that it's way too short. When I went through it again, playing all the replay availability, unlocking everything, it took me about 2 hours just to go through it again. And that's how short it is compared to the other games, which take a lot longer to complete. So kind of a disappointment in the length, but otherwise graphics are good. Gameplay is standard, like it's just the same as the other ones, and story is good as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I can pretty much say for this game. If you got a PSP, get it. If you're a fan of God of War, get it. If you like a good story, in terms of Greek mythology, which I'm a big fan of as well myself, again, get it and enjoy it. But yeah, I would say take your time with this, so you won't have to rush through it. Enjoy everything about it. So yeah, God of War Ghost of Sparta. Get it while you can, or when it's cheaper, or whatever. Thank you, and I hope to see you again soon. Cheers. Is that cheers? Cheers.